Alright, well, let's pick off where we left off. Fighting against the demons. And maybe I'll go check out that Tinkerer village or cave. Or whatever the case may be for where we're going to visit. Hmm. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, whatever. Alright, our first victim. Let's go with opening shield slam. Try and get some stuff on him. We got fun coming up on us, so let's do that. Ow. Let's try confusion on this guy. We'll try a shield slam him. He's stunned, confused, and everything else on him. Oops, I failed an assault. Yeah, assault's no good if you miss. Honestly. Oh, this guy's a summoner. Or a necromancer, to be more precise. That's good to know. Alright, I don't want to be right here, so blindsiding him will probably put me, on the other side of him for a moment. And I can try dropping that right there to kill him. He's about to die, so let's go after his friend here, I guess. Oh, this is something else that's worth noting. Apparently, they changed it so you can actually see how much life you have, like underneath, like the maximum, or the zero. So this guy's at negative 29% health. Essentially, he's getting boosted up by Necrotic Girl, I think it is. So no, that's not it. Third mortality. You can go up to negative 341 life before dying. So you won't die immediately. This guy, he'll take a beating before he goes down. There we go. We got rid of him. I really don't want to be next to these guys, so let's just book it. They'll slowly die, of course, from not having to thing around. They're, summons. Oh yeah, there's pictures. I should go see what the, pictures are for you guys. For those interested in the lore. I'm doing sort of like a lore overview in this type of game, so let's go see if I missed any back here, I guess. These things are finally starting to get a little bit more damaging. I like the critical multiplier in that, but we'll wait till we get a better one in that. I missed the Rune Banshee. The onslaught of spiritual portals never truly stopped. Magic still pours from them, threatening to do even more damage to our home. It would be completely destroyed by now, if not for our father. Part of his work to keep Malrock structurally intact is to blow great gusts across the devastated land, forcing the ravenous flames back into the portal network from whence they came. It would seem, though, that the flames took souvenirs with them. Our scouting parties have noted that Shoto's portals on Maj'Eyal, even those which have been completely deactivated, will occasionally emit a shade of one of our fallen citizens, imbued by some of Elric's power, smelling of Malric's ashes, and warped to insanity by its transit through the unstable rifts. While this is a troubling revelation of the true horror of Shoto weapons, telling us that even now our fallen cannot rest in peace. The fact that they are arriving in Maj'Eyal in defiance of the shield is some consolation, as it means that those most wronged by the betrayal can claim their revenge personally. Oh, I'm glad I came back, but no murals here. Guess they're all in the last level. I can't dig through here, I guess, so let's get going. Here's our first one. The first mural painting. To honor the masters, a for all. So basically we got the three factions there, the red, the green, and the onyx. Ow. And of course he stuns me, so let's assault to kill him. Got dazed, so we'll get rid of that. Metal Star, so that's the size shot by the looks of it. Ow. Okay, let's drop that right there. Oh nice, he rushed me again. Alright, let's go with a stun on him. Try and get Demon Seep from him. Use him. Get rid of that. There we go. Ooh, Counter Strike. Get rid of that right away. Yeah, these guys can't block. Alright, well, that's all done. Looks like we got a few major demons to worry about. Oh, I just got disarmed. Now I know that I have to watch out for my Vim because I'm using that Flames of Uruk. It's really draining a lot of my Vim. So I do have to watch out for like having little Vim to use stuff, but whatever. History of Malak 3. Waves of terrible magic burst forth from the portals, which is now clear were never intended to help us. They were a deadly trap, a ticking time bomb that would go off when Ashurtha wanted to. And it went off with incredible force. Most of the worlds we had once visited were obliterated completely. Ours was not, but I can barely say we were spared. Our forest jungles turned to a cursed pyre instantly, burning with flame that could never be extinguished. And our planet cracked apart, whole continents flying into the void. What little land was left obviously couldn't be used for farming. Most of us died instantly, the survivors being those close enough to a skilled mage who could create enough oxygen to breathe and convert ambient magic into calorical energy for our bodies. Life for the survivors is endless torment. The burning ground constantly searing our feet and all the beauty we once knew destroyed. Fortunately, this woke our father up. We confessed our treachery, but we did not beg forgiveness, as we knew what we had done was unforgivable. He disagreed, and to this day, is using nearly every shred of his power to keep the shattered fragments of our planet together. We were not satisfied with this fate, our father suffering and exhausting himself for the sake of our mistakes. We begged him to give us a command, something we could do to help this situation, or at least make him happier about it. His command: end the Shautul, end their creations, never let anything be hurt by Maj'Eyal again. We have taken his words to heart. Our mages have devised new magic from old inspiration, alteration spells to make us warlike and brutal once more. But with our ascended minds and home bodies, we shall be a force of destruction far greater than the dust storms ever were. Our green brethren underwent a process to make their skin drip with acid. Not to be outdone, our onyx brethren grew faster and stronger, with a birth rate high enough to overwhelm whatever Shautul or Shautul-made monsters lay on Maj'Eyal. The red ones proclaimed they now existed only to destroy and fuse bits of the burnt earth to their hands, leaving them unable to do anything but sear Maj'Eyal with its own fires. The finished results of these alterations have taken up residence on our largest drifting continent, the one drawing ever closer to Yal. Once this continent arrives, we shall take revenge on Yal. Not just for our own sakes, our planet ravaged by your treachery, but with by your treachery with obscene one waiting us as a prize. Not just for our father's sake, condemned to eternity of suffering for trusting his children too much, but for everyone's sake, the untold trillions of souls of planets of less fortunate than ours, torn apart in a fiery instant. The shell shall never hurt. The shell shall never hurt anyone again. We will make sure of it by cleansing Yal of his blade fire, and any survivors will be taken back to our planet and chained to the burned earth, kept alive so they can forever feel the flames they created consuming their flesh. Their eternal torture will still not be justice, as they shall feel only a teeny portion of suffering they inflicted. But it's a start. Yes, they're wrought with revenge, these guys. These demons. Alright, let's look at some murals. There's the third mural painting, so... The Iron Masters of Thrall. The second mural painting, The Iron Masters of Thrall. Not sure what they depict, but whatever. The sixth mural painting. Let's go in here. Ooh. Demon statue, corrupted Dalek. One of the problems with making Dalek is the inherent instability that comes from creating something that is almost entirely made of magic. If ambient levels of blight are even slightly too high, it can set off a chain reaction that at best destroys the Dalek, and at worst destroys most of the mages who are building it. Dalek production is thus fairly cheap, but in practice involves great expense, and usually unusual a blade Dalek has to be immediately put down lest it causes tremendous damage. One specimen, though, adapted to the blight in a very interesting way, sprouting wings and bolstering its usual firestorm of blight, but otherwise remaining perfectly balanced and controllable. We'll try to recreate this happy accident however we can, but in the meantime, it will prove effective on the surface of Yal. Yes, the corrupted Dalek. Alright, well, it's done. Let's go with a rush here. There's the Dalek out of the way. That's cool. Alright, he's right there. I don't want to disturb him yet because he's going to be the toughest one to fight. Alright, the fourth mural painting, the Iron Master of Thrall. You know, then bowing down to the sharp tool, you can tell what that one is. Whoa! Alright, I guess I don't have to fight him, but I will try. Go with this. We'll go with that. Like that. Maybe this. Those counters, they hurt. Alright, well. Fire and blight, arcane surges randomly appear on spiral-like dark metallic skin. There are no defended head, but a huge single mouth on its body. Eater of Souls, that's who this guy is. Alright, let's back up. I want them to come to me, not the other way around. And let's go oink. That one's out of the way. I'm going to use Rush to move up here. Why is my light vision reduced so much? Is this? Demon Husk popped up there. Alright, let's get these guys into combat. Stun them. Basically, I'm going to pick off all this, filth. Don't pick off him. Oh, they got a Moses shield. Well, that's interesting. I want to watch out when fighting these guys because they can heal up. Oh, that's a husk. Basically, I have to kill these guys twice is the thing. Move up one, go boink. Alright, we got rid of him. I have no idea what I'm going to put generic points into, but I might just save it for now. Let's just get a point into Fearscape. Because Fearscape actually has a purpose for this type of character. It costs quite a bit to basically, cast Fearscape. But it can be quite useful for, like, getting yourself out of, like, precarious, situations. Alright, he's turned to a husk. So this is how most of this regeneration works. Basically heals them like over time for like the amount of damage you're inflicting. So basically you're going to heal up whenever they take damage. There we go. Got rid of him. Now, I could leave, but let's look around for the boss and his like merry rustlings and such. Like this guy. Ah, there he is. Rogroff, Ear of Souls. Alright, we'll see how tough this guy's going to be. I'll activate all his stuff. I'm going to blindside him. So he's bleeding and all that sort of stuff. Let's go with immune stun. Or what's this guy's immunities like? He's just immune to insta-death, so I can stun him and everything else. Well, didn't stun him, but well, let's try get my demon seed on him. That failed. We get counter strike on him, we'll try salting him. Oh yeah, there's some damage on him. Let's just confuse him. Drop this on him. I should put this over here. Let's go like this. Stun him finally. Excellent. Oops, there's still minions around. I gotta watch out for. There. Right. Maybe I can't do it because oh, I missed him. That's why it's not working. There we go. So, you've destroyed Rogroff the Ear of Souls. Made your escape possible. Flee! Alright, so Unstoppable Mauler and Orbital Base Battle Plan Doomelf. Engagement briefing on Doom Devil. This slippery little elf has proven to be a thorn on our side so far. We have reinforced our wards to better protect against the sort of fluke meteor impact that enabled his escape, but the crystal he smashed on his way out prevented us from keeping track of his location directly. No matter. The brands and marks we've imbued him have nonetheless allowed us to monitor magical energy signals affecting him, and our scars have noted that they appear to be a particular pattern that teleports him, possibly of spiritual origin. We've sent out a signal of our own to intercept this and redirect it to our platform, where he will be safely secured, punished for his disobedience, and then once again exposed to the Tablet of Enlightenment to regain his servitude. That said, given that he has increased dramatically in power since his escape, it is crucial that we keep proper tactics in mind. Our standard alterations have synergized with his Shalor's natural reactive magic, giving him short-range teleportation to rival Drebor, and creating a frustratingly evasive target to hit. Even his internal organs are affected, and will slide out of the way in anticipation of a blow that would strike an otherwise vital area. Compared to standard Shalor, he cannot directly turn invisible, but seems to have adopted a form of Dwarfland magic to remain out of sight all the same. If the requisition order for light-based wars goes through, this and the blasted darkness this form grants should both be a non-issue. Finally, use of more advanced combat maneuvers will be somewhat impeded by his ability to interfere with our concentration, and the resilience alterations we gave him will make him shrug off poisonous flames and the like much quicker than usual. What does all this mean? Just get him wounded, wait for him to try to teleport away, then get him in a corner and beat him until he stops moving. It's really that simple. Just work that into our standard methods of dealing with a Demonlogist. Remember not to break ranks if he vanishes into darkness, and we'll have this mess cleaned up in no time. Above all else, remember, despite his enhancements, this is a pitiful, inferior Maj'Eyal who lucked his way into obtaining some of our superior power. He does not know how to use it properly, and does not have the countless years of experience with it that we do. We have numbers, familiarity, tactics, and the blessings of Yorick himself. Treat this like a drill. If we stay calm and focus, it's unlikely we will see any casualties. Ha ha ha. Alright, well, he's done. We'll kill off his friend. He's being an issue. And now he's a husk. That's fine. So teleport. Teleport again. Rush away. Alright, so he's back. Let's activate this. We'll just rush him. Or blindside him. I'll demon seam if possible. I wonder if I can get demons out of demons. Like demon seeds into demons and all that. Maybe not be possible. Well, alright, well, that's more or less done. Let's go check out the last painting that, is over here. 5th mural painting. The Iron Masters of Thrall. That's the explosion from, the Shard Tool. So remember the destruction. And off we go. Unstoppable Mauler. That's a nice tier 3 weapon, but whatever. Let's get out of here. Once bitten, twice shy. Escape the anteroom of agony. That's done. Alright, let's go up to here. The entrance to Tinker's Master Cave is here. So it's like a little zone just so it made, so you could access the Tinker stuff. It probably should be available to I guess Tinkerers, but whatever. Interesting. Mechanoid Destroyer. It might prove an issue. I missed. Let's get rid of that 2 of the arms. We'll go with a Confuse maybe. Excellent. We'll try a Stun. Drop that there. Just throwing on a damage here. Oof. He's putting up a fight. Is that a repair bot? No, that's a flamethrower. Alright, a warrior. Activate that. Use them. Pull them in. So there we go, an ancient Ame teacher. Before you stands a strange triangular device, some kind of Ame facility. It seems to be able to teach you the tinker crafting techniques, but requires input to do so. 500 gold and a talent category point. So this is basically what I can do with like my, my category point. The machine gives you a small metallic box labeled an automated portable extractor. It seems to be used to break down metallic items into lumps of metal and infusions into herbs, which are used to craft tinkers. You will have to choose to use it or destroy transaction chest when you destroy items. You can choose the default by using it with no items to destroy. Take it. Before you stand a strange blah blah blah. So now it's got a store for me to basically buy stuff from. And like I can get like some basic Steam enabled stuff. Steam generators and stuff like that. All good stuff basically. Alright, so now I've got like chemistry down here and physics. That's basically what I can expand my stuff on. I probably want to get this up a little bit so I can get like access to the more powerful salves and such. Cool, got fiery salve. I'm all for learning fiery salve. Alright, I can go to you, I guess, and we'll tell them the artifact. Oh, these are all artifacts, apparently. That has a lot of artifacts. I'm going to give you this one. Oh, there we go. I can go to Engelman now. Now, I think I actually missed something when I was in here. There's actually like a water imp statue somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's a water statue somewhere. Top left or so. Or it's top in general. Yeah, right there. Demon statue, water imp. Though they retain use of their hands, this other offshoot of fire imp has made a much more powerful sacrifice. The ability to breathe air. Most of the dominant species of Maj'Eyal reside above the water, making its oceans and lakes a prime location for carrying out covert operations, conducting experiments too dangerous to perform on our own soil, and preparing portals for a full-scale invasion. As our scouts and servants beneath the seas, water imps forgo the fire-slinging abilities shared by their brethren, instead focusing on ice magic that is similarly effective underwater. Like a Rushling, a water imp does not expect to live to see peacetime, and thus has no need to breathe about the service. Remember to pay tribute to the water imp whenever you can, since they do not fight alongside our land-based forces. It's all too easy to forget the selfless sacrifice they made, and their enormous contribution to gathering intelligence and setting up a remote bases. Alright, well. I can't remember, was there any chest or anything like that in the old forest? Let's go have just a quick look around. I don't think there was any chests in the old forest. I don't think they spawn here. Well, let's go check out the stuff now. I'm level 21. I should be able to handle uniques as they pop out, perhaps, or at least run away from them. Two rares. I'll activate all that stuff. Activate this. And I'm going to go hit him with that. Kill him. Done. I should probably make sure I get this going, so I can do that. Yes. I'll make sure my APA does that because I need to destroy stuff to get my herbs and such to form tinkers. Because yeah, you gotta use tinkers when you're using, tinkers. Let's do that. Let's go with a bit of fire. Ow. Done. Ooh, we got a nice little Randart artifact. Isn't there one right there? Only problem with, like, you know, these chests is that they're all spaced apart, so I have to go looking for them a little bit. I'm already slowing things on hit, aren't I? I was slowing things on hit, but I don't think I am anymore. This might be worth putting on just so I can slow things and, you know, get the other abilities that it gives. We'll wield that. I'm giving up a little bit of life for it, though, but... whatever. Life is important, but not that important. Alright, let's look at these chests. A rare pops out. We'll go like this. Oh, he gloomy. That's a mental effect, so... I'm stunned by the gloom. Confused by the gloom. That's getting annoying. Let's just get rid of that right now. There we go. Leave. Nice little pair of gloves. Stamina, blindness. It gives a lot of damage. I'll say that. It gives a lot of extra damage, but I think this will be worth using for now instead. Hello. Doink. Let's just go up here. We'll go breathe on him. Dump this on him. Apparently there's a still path in here that I missed. The Diary of the Maze. I'm having so much fun. Probability travel is making this little trip a breeze. And you should have seen the look on the band's face when I came out of the wall, disappeared for another, and came around behind him. Hee hee hee. I still remember Archmage Talon's lecture about the spell. Probability effects can be employed for ease of use, but beware of relying on them. With ease of use comes ease of mind and weakening of one's will and concentration. Soon one will find oneself in a situation of risk, bereft of normal judgment, of danger, and low on mental resources to save oneself. Heed that I will. Bah, what tosh, how dumb. Does he really think I am? Besides, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having an adventure. I saw something. I don't know what it was, but it's big and shadowy. When I tried chasing it, I got lost. Maybe I just imagined it. No, I'm sure it must be something cool and exciting. I just have to keep exploring. And I die, probably. Alright. There's a nice little cloak. Seriously? This one's worse than that one. It's tier 3? Sucky. Oh well. There's a blade helmet of the depths. I guess Skullcracker. In all honesty, I'm not sure if Skullcracker is, you know, worth keeping over, like, you know, the other one, which also has, like, the lightning resistance, so let's get rid of it. I only need to have one orb breathing item, so I don't need to have, like, 2. Just to throw it out there. There's Fearscape. That will be fun. You know, let's go in here. We'll go visit some of the chests in here. Let's go with this, that, ow. Let's go like this. Stun him, maybe. Of course, he's a ghoul, so he probably won't get stunned regardless. Done. I'm not interested. Was there any chest in this level? I can't remember. I remember the Bone Giant. He's going to be fun, but I don't remember much else. Oh, there's vaults here. Those might have stuff in them that I want to watch out for. Let's go like this. This guy's going to be a pain because he's, you know, an archer. Let's go blindside him. Burn him. Drive him close. Ah, Vim. It comes back so easy on this character, even if I don't have a lot of, you know, space for it. Alright, well, I guess I can go check out these vaults and we'll see what they're like. Alright, they're level 34, so that is noticeably high. But maybe I can take them on, we'll see. Oh right, I don't have a whole lot of Vim left. Alright, skeleton. Let's go with stun. Go with this. We'll go with a big assault. Oh, so these guys have the bone shield because they're really high level. That's worth noting. Got him. Hey, Rogue's Blight. No Rogue Blade shall incapacitate the wearer of this armor. So basically that transfers a bleed, poison, or wound to an open source of a nearby enemy every 4 turns. So it makes it very hard for you to, you know, suffer damage effects. Changing my resistance in nature. All good stuff. I don't usually wear this, but I'll put it on. Why not? Melt that down now. Open this. Let's see if we can get some good stuff from this stuff. There's skeleton wear. Let's go with stun right away. Go with this. Go with that. Ooh. Let's go with a big assault. We'll get rid of this. We'll just do a rush. And then we'll go kill him. I should be able to kill that bone giant, I think, with much ease. Unless another one like this pops out. Well, it's all very force. That's little difference than the other one I fought. Oh, good. He waits to reassemble. At least he won't heal up in the middle of battle. What is over here, actually? I could do this, you know. I'll drop you right here. You'll last for 14 turns, 15 turns, and then we'll beat them down together. Hopefully. Oh, of course he teleports away. Stupid imp. That's one thing about your imps, they'll teleport away. Oh, put that bone shield back on at the right time. Maybe we can damage him with this. Counter strike and Big assault. Oh, he healed up. Now I have to do this all over again. Bleeding Ice probably won't do anything to this guy. He's probably bleed immune. Probably bleed immune. Oh, that damn thing went back up. And he healed back up. Apparently they are faster than me. That's good to know. Alright, I'm going to leave this guy alone because I got no stamina to fight him. And things have, you know, look kind of bleak when I can't out-damage him, so... leave him be. Teleportation rune, that's nice. I'll come back to fight that guy maybe later. When I get, you know, up a few more levels again. And all that gets sold. Melt it down. Alright, what to do next? There's still actually some chests I have yet to get, so let's go get those. These ones specifically. Alright, we got ourselves 2 golems at level 20 or so, my level. That's cool. I fit this stuff. We'll go with, let's go with that here first. I'll try confusing him. I counter striking this guy, so we'll go with, this for now. Hit that guy. Apparently I've got no Vim or stamina. That's not a good combination to have. Activate this. We'll get that back. Alright, well that's being really, really annoying. There we go. Got a pair of Vulture boots. These give Rush. You know, Rush is actually considerably, you know, worth taking now because I might get, you know, offer Blindside over this, but it may not be as worthwhile if, like, Rush can actually be used to, you know, run around. Of course, I don't get another Rush, do I? Oh, I do. There it is. Another Rush. So now I got 2 Rushes if I want. I like the idea of having 2 Rushes. Blindside's cool and all, but Rush is also pretty cool. Okay, Mana Search Ruin. To the arms, it says. Oh, you're taking a beating. I don't know if you bleed. No, you're a golem. You don't bleed. There we go. We got him. And he dropped for us. Nothing really of note. Alright, well, that should be all the chests, I think, that are, you know, I did all the chests more or less at this point. No, I don't want to go to that there. There's that rare vampire that's still high level. We don't want to go after a high level vampire just yet. We'll go into that car and see if I can, heal these guys now. They're levels above. Oh, that's okay. So we can still take a lot of damage. Let's go with the fire nose. Oh, that's a rare. Why is this guy hearing me so much? Obvious reasons. Rares. Oh, from Nerf Thunderer. I have to say, entering Daikara is being a real nuisance. Oh, Spellhunter's Guide, Part 1, How to Detect a Spellweaver. Those who partake in a profane sorcery can often be marked by their appearance, their mannerisms, their personal keepings, and their effect on the environment around them. Keep close watch on all you meet, for they are deceptive creatures that can take many guises. Even women, children, and cripples may be clever disguises of demon communers and necromancers. In their appearances, you should be wary of the following: particular grossness in complexion, unnatural or elven beauty, extreme thinness with prominent bones, pointed or sharp-tipped ears. Beware indeed of those with long hair or hats covering their ears. Hunchbacks and distorted limbs, peculiar eye color. In their behavior, you should be wary of the following: tiredness during the daylight hours and heavy activity at night, social aversion and fear of crowded places, a questioning and probing attitude, in particular if challenging the precepts and set morals of society, quick-wittedness, especially those using for guile, furtiveness or secretive attitude. In their effect on their environment, you should be wary of the following: causing grass to wilt and flowers to close as they pass. Animals are alarmed by their presence, particularly dogs. Crops wilt and cows' milk turns sour. Arguments are stirred within their presence. Woman's moontide flow becomes more affluent. Apparitions and unexplained events occur in their surroundings. Note that a spellweaver will doubtless deny any accusations against them, and will show great emotion when evidence is laid before them. But one should not delay in bringing swift judgments, lest they try to cast a hex or escape by arcane means. Yeah, it's still pretty much, a walk in the park here, because even though everything hurts me quite a bit, stone 4 after stone 4 after stone 4 basically attack me. There, finally, we killed them all. I made it into Daikara! Oh, great. Oh, great! That's a necromancer. Let's get rid of that. I'm going to book it here. Book it here. Drop that there. And I'll let them come to me. And again, that happens, so we'll do this. We'll drop that. I wonder if Darkfire hurts me or not. I haven't tested that yet. It's hurt your friends. Alright, so there's a necromancer. That. Kill his friends a little bit. Let's go with oh right, he's gonna have to go down below HP. There we go, we got him. Let's activate that. We'll activate this. Alright, that's a lot of giants. There we go. Daikara is always good for experience. Alright, let's get this 3 of 5. We'll start throwing our points into Flame of Orc for the massive, global speed increase and other stuff it gives us. Let's get some magic, I guess. Actually, to be honest, I probably have enough magic, and I'm just sort of raising it at this point for the sake of raising it. Demologist mostly need magic, kind of like, Wormix need willpower. It's mostly for unlocks. They do have, abilities that use magic, but it's not like a necessary stat for him to invest in necessarily. Right, another one of these. Let's rush you, actually. There. Alright, so Expedition Journal. Entry, Daikara. Rel, Corner Fighter, and Expedition Captain. Nothing but hacking so far. Honestly, if this keeps up, we won't have enough dragon hide to cover a dragon, let alone cover our losses. I've really spared no expense this time as well. Goran is one of the finest rangers I know, and Sawlist. His prices are exorbitant, but then what else would you expect from those money-grubbing dwarven frontsmen? I must admit, I don't know much about Zan. The locals say there's no finer Wormic in the area, and I admit she is something special in combat. Now, if only she could turn her Dracona towns into finding some dragons. Hello? At the first horror killed? I'm not sure. Now, I'm not actually sure how far along I've basically been recording. So I might just stop it here and we'll pick up in the next episode and we'll see how far I go. But it's been a good run so far. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Or maybe I shouldn't say that yet. We'll see how long I've gone. Let's see. Alright, it's a good stopping point. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one.